Hey, getting my first mammogram. Nothing to worry about, I think. My gynecologist found a lump in my breast, right here. Never felt it before. Now I feel it all the time. And so now I have to go check it out. But apparently it's supposed to be benign. Like, I'm telling a bunch of people now, I'm like, hey, I have a lump in my breast. Apparently, it's super normal. If there's anything though, when you're checking for a lump in your breast, like, really check. Because even right now, I'm like feeling it and I can't feel it. So you have to lift your arm and just like touch everywhere. Or just go to your gynecologist, because, especially if you're in your 30s, right? Right. You're on the vlog now. It's Mark. Hi, Mark Bonus. Ew, gross, my phone is so greasy and disgusting. Wait, so where are you going? Key West, like Florida? What's over there? Oh well. You've never scubaed before? Just don't die, that's all. Keep breathing. Yeah, you can't learn how to swim online. And this is why I'm typically late to things, because you never know how intense this is gonna be. And he has to now move every single one of these cars. It's gonna be awesome. Hi. Man, I know. I haven't been vlogging. Or maybe I have and I just feel like I haven't been vlogging, but I've just been in a bit of a funk. I just don't feel myself. And I don't really know what that is all about, but I do think a little bit of it has to do with a bunch of little things, all kind of stacking up together, which makes me just not want to vlog, to be quite honest. Just got a bunch of news too. I literally just got a call from my doctor.
Hi, this message is for Puno. Puno, it's Barbie calling from Dr. Sarah Yamaguchi's office. If you could give me a call back when you have a chance, I have good news for you, nothing to worry about.
Thanks, Barbie. Yeah, so good news all around. Number one, the breast lump is benign. Nice. Number two, I also did, remember when I did modern fertility? Well, here's my feedback. They asked me to do a retest. So I did a retest, but I never got those results again. I also didn't follow up, but I was a little tired of modern fertility already. That's why I also went to the gynecologist. Good thing I did, because it found the benign lump. When I showed my results, my modern fertility results, to my gynecologist, she was like, whoa, your FSH is crazy. It's like, if it's this high, you should be in menopause. But clearly you're not, because you're bleeding right now, because I was on my period. Not when I was with her, but like when I went to get my blood taken again. Because you have to go get your blood taken on your 3rd day of your period. Clearly I'm not on menopause. That also scared me. I was like, oh my God, I'm 35. How am I on menopause already? Ooh. Everything's normal. Apparently I have normal amounts of hormones in my body for my age. She said that, you know, when you're 35, things change rather quickly, so you just need to do this once a year. Good news for me, I think I'm gonna just wait until I'm 37 to have a kid. 36 was kind of the thing, but like 37 sounds kind of more chill for me. Oh, also, did I tell you that I went and I did Bioenergetic? Look this shit up so you can know what I'm talking about, because it's gonna sound real woo-woo and you're gonna think, oh my gosh, you silly Puno who is thinking about having a baby, you're also doing this? Yes, I went to go get my hair dyed. I mean, hair done. And my hair colorist said that her friend went to a bioenergetic intolerance elimination specialist, because I'm very allergic to PPD, which is in most hair dyes. When I was 18, I went to Cancun and got a henna tattoo with Bob Marley on my back. Completely broke out, like disgusting, disgusting pus. It was gross. I scarred like a Bob Marley face, just like, it looked like, he looked like Jesus in my back, and it was like that for like a year because it was so big and it was so gross and itchy. I thought I was allergic to henna, but in Cancun, apparently they use black hair dye instead of henna, so I'm actually allergic to hair dye. Found that out when I was in Korea. I dyed my hair purple, and while I was on the plane to Thailand, my freaking head just started burning. Then I had to go to the emergency room in Thailand, and it was actually okay. It was fine. It was just really gross. Even went to an allergist, got myself tested. Very clear. I mean, that's a whole story in itself about like that whole thing. That was the most horrible experience ever. He saw my back. It reacted just like it's bad. And then he brought all of the nurses into my room while my shirt was off, and they all were like, he goes, "You gotta see this, nurse, you gotta see this." And then he would show everybody, and then they would all just look and point and do these like horrifying sounds like so mean. He's just there without a shirt on, you know, just like, what's wrong with me? But I felt like a mutant. So then this colorist that I was talking to told me about her friend who went to a bioenergetic intolerance and elimination specialist. And it sounds real woo-woo because it is. It's like muscle reaction. I don't know. Anytime I tell some of my white friends about this, they all know what I'm talking about, but I don't really know what I'm talking about. I ended up making an appointment with this woman. The way that she describes it is, it's like acupuncture, but without the needles. I use muscle testing to see what are stressors to your body. Once your body is balanced, it can heal itself so it no longer sees these items as a stressor. I'm just like, at this point though, I don't know of any other solution, so I'm like literally down to try anything. And her Yelp reviews are sick. Like, they're good. They're like magic. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Like, I am healed. And I'm like, wow, I want that to be me. I go to her place. She tests all sorts of little vials. Then she puts this kind of like two like batons, and then she puts them in different pressure points in my body. And it's connected to this machine that has a metal plate on it. And that's where she just plops the stuff that I'm allergic to on top of it, and the energy flows from one baton to another. I feel like I must have been like this the whole time, just like, and maybe I needed to believe more, because I also believe in the placebo effect, because what happened was it didn't work. And I tested it on the back of my neck, and if you can still see, you might not be able to. It's dry and gross. And I came back to her, and you know, at this point you're probably like, why did you go back? Well, she said you might need 4 sessions. So I'm going to go to all 4. I just want to look her in her eyes and be like, are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Like, you really believe that you can heal this? Like, you can make my body not react like this again? And I did. I went there, and she's like, yes, we've got this. No hesitation at all. So I'm gonna believe her, and I think this time I'm gonna have a bit more optimism. But yeah, so that's been my life. Oh, and also, I started taking a stand-up class at Girl Boss Rally. I met a girl named Simone. I don't know how it happened, but I ended up talking about how stand-up is probably one of my biggest fears. And then she said that she took a class, so she referred me, and then, yeah, and now I'm taking it and driving to Venice every week again. It's so much fun. I actually just got back from a rehearsal. So a lot's been happening, obviously, medically, ups and downs, but we're doing good. She all right. The cutest thing ever. my horse. Okay, so update on my body. Maybe we should break the ice with Muad'Dib.
Happy to be here.
You're so freaking cute. Let's talk about medical stuff right now. Who doesn't have health insurance? You should get some health insurance. You can get the like lowest plan too if you want on Oscar, because you can get free gyno visits. Just do it. So you don't have to be like me. I don't know, I feel like this is normal too, so I'm not gonna scare anybody. But went to the gynecologist, haven't gone in a couple of years. I wasn't doing breast exams thoroughly. I was just kind of like, and now I know that you gotta like go to each row. Make sure no breast is left untouched. So then what you have to do after that is you have to go to the radiologist. You need to get a mammogram. I actually didn't realize what a mammogram was. I'm just learning all these new things. Actually, I can use Daniel's desk, and this is basically what like the machine is like. And then they get your breast and they put it on the platform. I'm a 34B, so we're not working with much, and she's just putting it on, and then she takes a ton of photos, and your breasts are just like getting squeezed 1,000 times, and she's like, I know it's uncomfortable, but we need more breasts. And then it's like over and over again. Then she looks at it and she can see kind of the outside of it. So then after that, I went to go get an ultrasound. They put the lube on that. That was fun. And then they just like, you know, kind of graze over it. That Renaissance Imaging Center was not my favorite place, but whatever, I just got it done. Fast forward to today, because I actually had to come in again because I told her that I've been having like crazy heavy periods. I talk about this a lot, right? I talk about like my diva cup and like how I always like period on the bed and it's like really annoying. Do I not talk about that? I need to be more open on my vlog. I do have really heavy periods, and the whole reason like why I'm at Oscar now and not Kaiser, and I don't know, everybody has different experiences with Kaiser, but my Kaiser GP, general practitioner, I kept telling her that my periods are really heavy. She was just like, well, some people have really heavy periods. And I was like, can we just do some tests? Like, I have insurance, can we just do some tests? And she's like, nah. So that's when I left Kaiser and I went to Oscar, and now I'm with Dr. Yamaguchi, and Dr. Yamaguchi was like, let's do some tests, because you know, you're right, you got your health insurance and let's just do this. So I'm glad we did, because we did an ultrasound on my pelvic area and she found a fibroid that was on my uterus, and it's like a very big fibroid, and it's like sitting or against my uterus, and so she's like, that's probably what's making your periods really heavy. Like that actually explains a lot. So then I was like, what, is that benign? Like, what the fuck? And I'm like sitting there, if anybody's ever done a pelvic ultrasound, basically legs are really high. It's like those carnival games where you're almost upside down, and then she puts the ultrasound wand with the lube on it like down your thing, and then there's the camera, and then you're watching it on the screen, and it doesn't look like anything. It's just like Rorschach. It looks like tortoiseshell earrings. So then I'm like, frack, what is this now? She was like, a couple of things. It's benign, so you don't really have to do anything. In order for it to be removed, it's gonna be an invasive surgery, so I wouldn't suggest doing anything unless you're trying to get pregnant. Oh, and then like you can't, and so maybe that's why. So I was like, okay, well that's not happening right now, so that's fine, I guess. As I'm talking about this, there's a lot to keep up with. One of the questions I keep getting a lot now, which is really weird, I guess, but not really, is if it wasn't benign and it was cancer, how would your life change? The first person who asked me that was my Uber driver, and I told him that I'm already kind of doing the one thing that like is scaring me the most, which is this stand-up thing. I feel pretty horrible at it, but so does everybody else in my class. I just have to work hard and I have to write a lot and go through a lot of bad jokes, like I did with Daniel last night. It was really awful.
I know. For me, it was awful.
Most of the jokes included you. I think that's why every time I said your name, you were always just like, yeah. Okay, so if we're gonna call this vlog anything, it's gonna be called, do you have a vagina? Go to the gynecologist. Most health insurance plans do it for free. I wonder if Planned Parenthood does it for free, or if it's like pretty cheap. Yeah, go get a breast exam by someone who does it every day, right? Or I can do it. Just kidding. Velociraptor.